Hello friends, good day all of you. Today we are taking up the first project in our Java Fast Track series. If you are a student of Java and a beginner for Java programming, this will be the first project in your programming studies. No doubt it will remain as a landmark in our entire programming studies. No doubt about that. You believe me. In one thing I want to tell you, hereafter, don't think like a college student. Think like a professional. Think like a professional and work like a professional. What is the difference and all that? Practically you can grasp. Theoretically, whatever I explain you may not grasp. Practically how a professional, programming professional think and a professional work that I show you, that all that you implement. By that, in no time, after completion of first project itself, you feel like a professional. Thereafter, every day you enrich your skills. And few months, if you work on that, then definitely you will 100% industry ready Java programmer. No doubt about that. Thereafter, if you are interested to learn and master other languages like C, Python, etc., and all that, in a short span of time, using the same procedure and algorithm, you will be evolved as a professional. You believe me and then proceed. Okay. Actually, before starting any project, then you first finish your mental work. First you finish your mental work, thereafter you have to start your physical work. Physical work is known as implementation, mental work is known as design. In real life also we do that. For everything, first design, first mental work you complete, thereafter physical work you start. That means implementation you start. Just I give you two examples. By that you realize all professionals do like that only. First mental work. Mentally task should be finished. Thereafter they start their physical work. Okay. Just one example. You want to go for 1 week holiday trip. Then just you got a thought today. Today evening itself will you start? No. For that lot of mental work you do, which places we have to visit, who will accompany with us, what is our budget, where to stay, which places we have to visit, what arrangements we have to make. All that you think of. You think of. Once thinking process is over, thereafter you start implementing it, like reservations, etc., and all that. You purchase whatever material you require for that trip and all that. All that you do that. So first you do mental work, that is design. Thereafter physical work. One more example I give you. You want to construct a house. Construct a house. Then what is your first step? You first go to architect. What for? You get the blueprint ready. Once a blueprint is ready, according to the blueprint, you start constructing. So blueprint is design and construction is implementation. So in this manner, for a smallest job also, your mind first design job, design, thereafter do that. Simple example I tell you. Without your knowledge, you are behaving like a professional. Your brain knows. Suppose simple example. You are residing in room alone. You are alone. Okay. Then you want to go for breakfast. Breakfast. Then your brain thinks and design it. That means one algorithm it develops. Algorithm means a procedure it develops. Thereafter, it instructs your hardware. What is your hardware? Your hardware is your hands, legs, eyes, mouth, nose, etc. and all that. So your brain designs one plan. Thereafter, it instructs to your hardware. Then your hardware implements it. Okay. Now I tell you what steps you have to implement. Just hereafter you think in this angle. That's why everything from real life I am explaining. Not only this concept, every concept I explain from the real life. Then you realize that. You realize that whether you are doing that, who is doing it, who is doing it in your system. Just think of. Get ready. Take the wallet, close the room, unlock it. Go to the hotel, place the order for tiffin, eat the tiffin, pay the bill, come to the room, open the lock, enter into room and settle. These are the around 10 steps. Who is doing it? Who prepared it? Without your knowledge, your brain prepares it. Your brain prepares it, and that is software. That means software means a set of instructions. Thereafter, your brain brain instruct all those instructions to your hardware. Your hardware means your legs, hands, eyes, mouth, ears, etc. and all that. Just to think of. I don't want to give you much explanation in the beginning itself. Later, in the fourth project, I explain everything formally. Okay. So design first, thereafter implementation. First we have to realize this fact, then only the first step to behave like a professional. Okay. And final example I give you. In examination hall, you are writing the examination, then what you do? What you do? That procedure is very important here. In examination, you write answers for the question. Here, you take up a problem and or issue, and on that you are developing a project. In examination hall, what you do? You take a question. You understand the question thoroughly. Without understanding question thoroughly, will you start writing the answer? You never do that. First, understanding question thoroughly. Thereafter, which answer I have to write and all that, you make a plan. Then, which answer? All that is formed in your brain. And then, at least all points are formed in your brain. Then, some people, they make a scribbling also. Oh, these points I have to write and all that. On a rough sheet, they write and all that. Thereafter, every sub point, they explain. So, mentally, they form an idea which answer we have to write. Thereafter, they start writing it. This means, first two steps are there. Understanding question thoroughly and thinking of which answer we have to produce. That is all design. Thereafter, the pen moves on the paper. That is implementation. Okay, all these things you know in real life. Now we are implementing. In programming also, you have to do like this only. First, understand the problem. Problem thoroughly you have to understand. Thereafter, which answer, which output we are expecting from the program, that you think of. Then your mental, it is small project. So mentally your thinking is over. Thereafter you implement that. So in this video, what I am going to explain to you is first explaining the problem. Here understanding problem and output. Okay. Here what we are doing, what is the task of the program? We are calculating the areas of the room. How many areas of a room? Room, floor area, thereafter 4 walls area. 2 areas we have to calculate. In the school life only learn the formula floor area, length into breadth. Length into breadth. 4 walls area, 2h into L plus B. 2h means height. 2 into height into length plus breadth. Then simply how we write? 2 into h into L plus B. Okay, you understand. 2 into height into L plus B. You have to write in brackets. Okay. Then floor area L into B. This the basic information you must have. According to that, you have to calculate. You have to calculate room area, floor area, and 4 walls area. Thereafter, you have to now your program calculate that and all. Thereafter, you have to display that. Displaying and all that in colleges, programming students, just in mathematics, if they get the result, then they feel that the job is over. It is not that. Behave like a professional. Your output need not be, your output should be formatted result. Formatted result. That point you have to understand. Now, let us focus on formatted result. Result means just dumping whatever you want. Here only 2 things. One is floor area I calculate and display. Second one is I calculate 4 walls area and display. That is just a result like in mathematics. Now what we want? Formatted output or formatted result. Now we see that. It should be like this. Actually, for this expected output, you see that which information you have to give it to the program. Program actually in our house, several rooms are there, like a drawing room or living room, bedroom, study room, kitchen room, like that many rooms are there. So let us give the name also. It is also professionalism. As a student, you may not think of it, just length, breadth, and height, and all that you give. But here, room name also you give. So, four input items we give to the program. What are the input items? The name of the room, the length of the room, breadth of the room, and height of the room. Four input values we give to the program. Without giving input values, how program can calculate? So, that is in that way, four input values we give. Thereafter, according to formula, we calculate floor area and four walls area, already explained formula. Now output is see. Output should be formatted. Now we see room dimensions or room areas we write. Room name, length, breadth, height, floor area, four walls area. All that input values also you have to write. Then only people can understand what is the length, breadth, and height and all, and room name also. And one more thing is here you must write units. Good day, all of you. Today we are taking up the first project in our Java Fast Track series. If you are a student of Java and a beginner for Java programming, this will be the first project in your programming studies. No doubt it will remain as a landmark in our entire programming studies. No doubt about that. You believe me. In one thing I want to tell you. Hereafter, don't think like a college student. Think like a professional. Think like a professional and work like a professional. What is the difference and all that? Practically you can grasp. Theoretically, whatever I explain you may not grasp. Practically how a professional, programming professional think and a professional work that I show you, that all that you implement. By that, in no time, after completion of first project itself, you feel like a professional. Thereafter, every day you enrich your skills. And few months